Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, February 19th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Some openings and closings. Schools are open for virtual learning as normal, but buildings are closed, so teachers stay at home. Vaccinations and testing are on schedule. County and state offices are all open, but the city of Annapolis seems to be delaying some things 2 hours. The Pitt Moyer Rec Center will not open until 9. Well, that didn't take long. Less than a week after the General Assembly enacted a digital advertising tax, there is a lawsuit filed. Now, it shouldn't be unexpected, as Attorney General Brian Frosch already warned that it might not hold up in court and said it is likely unconstitutional. But the U.S. Chamber of Commerce filed it in U.S. District Court in Baltimore, naming Comptroller Peter Franchot as the tax collector for the state as the defendant. The bill was initially passed by the General Assembly last year in the rush to end the session early due to the pandemic and promptly vetoed by the governor. And true to their word last year, they overrode the veto last week. So here we are. Stay tuned. Speaking of Comptroller Franchot, it is tax season, and Franchot's office is accepting and processing returns as we speak. Remember, the filing deadline this year has not been extended, so it is due on April 15th. But as you are doing your Maryland taxes, please pay attention to Box 35. And if you can, give it a check and help out the Chesapeake Bay. When you check off that box and make a donation, which can be done from your refund, so you actually never see it, it's divided between the Chesapeake Bay Trust and DNR's Wildlife Heritage Fund, so it truly goes 100% to preserve our most precious natural asset, the Chesapeake Bay. In 2019, Marylanders checked off enough times to generate more than $1 million, so it really does a lot of work. Let's see if we can beat it again this year. And here's an awesome piece of news for the day. Jason Sherry, who is the owner of the 3 Mission escape rooms in the county, Annapolis, Gambrills, and Arundel Mills, has partnered up with the Barstool Fund. The Barstool Fund has raised $35 million and has been doling it out to struggling businesses. Well, Jason has decided to donate 100% of the sales of escapes purchased at his 3 locations on March 3rd. And in case you were wondering, Mission Escape Rooms has gone to some pretty extraordinary lengths to make sure that your escapes are COVID safe. You can reserve your spot, and they do require reservations, at missionescaperooms.com. And when you do, you'll have a promo code box. Put in Barstool. That's all one word, so they can track it. It's not a discount, but it is a way for them to track it. And to Jason, thank you for always looking out for other businesses. And as we wrap it up, let's talk sports. Yesterday, Navy football announced their schedule for the 2021 season. We will see 7 home games this year, with 6 of them here in Annapolis. If you want to mark your calendar, here you go. September 4th against Marshall, September 11th against Air Force, October 2nd against UCF, October 9th against SMU, October 23rd against Cincinnati, and November 20th against East Carolina. The Army-Navy game is going to be played December 11th at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, not Philadelphia this year, and Navy is considered the home team for that game this year. And for those that are wondering about traffic concerns, the Air Force game is also the week of what they are going to be calling the St. Patrick's Day Parade, re-envisioned, I guess. And the SMU game is also a powerboat show weekend as well. Tickets for Navy football are available at navysports.com. A little bit closer in, the Bowie Bay Sox also released their 2021 schedule yesterday. They will play 120 games this season, with 60 on the road and 60 at home, and it's set up differently this time. They are all 6-game series against the same opponent, with Mondays off. Their season does kick off on the road in Altoona, sorry to hear that, on May 4th, and the first home game will be May 11th against the Reading Fighting Phils. Details are available at baysox.com, or you can go to eyeonannapolis.net, and we do have a downloadable PDF for you of their schedule. And I'm not sure yet, but if you are a baseball fan, make sure you keep your ears open here, because I know I'll have a bunch of tickets to give away this year as we return to a little bit of normalcy. Okay, that wraps up the news for us today. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about us. A quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services in Millersville, to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and to Brian over at the Duckpin. It is Friday, so I will simply say have a great weekend, be safe, wash your hands, and I will see you on Monday. And now you need to hang out because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. He's coming in about 60 seconds, but first, you know the drill. Here's Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather with your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, February 19th. Yesterday brought more wintry weather to the Annapolis region, and yes, it didn't deliver the snow we thought, once again, mainly because it all fell pretty much as sleet instead. And such will be the summary of the 2020-2021 winter season, in which pretty much every storm has been a mixed bag without snow ever really piling up in Anne Arundel County. But be careful out there this morning, as there may be some definite slick spots on roads around the region. As for the weekend ahead, expect sunshine with highs in the 30s each day and AM lows in the teens or 20s as we work our way into the last week of February, with this Sunday putting us just 3 weeks away from the return of daylight saving time on March 14th. Looking ahead to next week, while we might see a little precip Monday into Tuesday, the overall theme for the week will be warmer temps and drier conditions on the whole, with more sunshine helping to end the month on a sunnier note after a very gray and stormy first 18 days. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Life is a series of moves, from new beginnings to new opportunities to a new place to call home. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt, and as your goals and dreams change, my team and I will be there with you and for you, making buying or selling a home an easy, safe process. Whether you are looking to relocate, downsize, or find the home of your dreams, you can trust the Kristi Neidhardt Team with our years of expertise to find exactly what you are looking for.
That's another moving minute from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Hi there, this is Brian Griffiths inviting you to listen to my podcast, the Duckpin Podcast. Some weeks on the Duckpin Podcast, I talk with those making a difference in the world, whether it be in politics, finance, journalism, business, or sports. I'm getting inside the worlds of those people making things happen. Some weeks I'll give you my take on the world, with the political analysis you've always expected. Either way, each week you'll learn something on the Duckpin Podcast. Subscribe today on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. And you can learn more at our home base, theduckpin.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Ion Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.